But let's review what we did right from the top of the show here. Monday morning, first thing we did, we added Micron. We was already in our model portfolio. We doubled down Micron in our model portfolio ahead of all the AI earnings. Now, what I will tell you, I may start placing some call option bets for MU earnings. MU earnings, I believe, are June 26th. So I may be looking for, let me just double check that, guys. Yeah, June 26th. So I may be looking to place a little bit of MU going into earnings 2 weeks from now. And that's about it. Now, best is stock picking, and we try to do that in all market environments. So let's head on over to our top picks from last week. Was Friday was MU and ARM. All right, MU and ARM. I stayed with it over the weekend. MU up 3%. MU has earnings coming up. Actually, let me switch quickly to our model portfolio. Where can I find that here? Okay, there we go. So our model portfolio, we did 2 times MU. Honestly, I think, did I say Friday? Maybe consider 3. I know for me, it's because if you do 25% across 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 positions, that's a 2.5% position times 2, 5%, somewhere close to 5%. All right, cool. I'm like 5-6% in my own portfolio on MU. But man, I've been saying for a while, like I'm tempted to really consolidate Google, Amazon, and Microsoft into just a QQQ and focus in on NVIDIA, Micron, TSM, and ARM. All of these great news this morning. Oracle, great earnings. SMCI, next. This is such a beautiful list. Like seriously, Google, Amazon, Microsoft, great companies, but like you could maybe that's for really safe money long term, like QQQ type stocks. But if you want to really supercharge like a swing portfolio, I think you focus in on NVIDIA, Micron, TSM, ARM, SMCI, Dell, and Oracle. All right, so that's such a beautiful list. Oh my gosh. So Micron earnings next week. I've been saying for a long time, we doubled up on our model portfolio last week, added it as a trade position because earnings are next week. We have all these AI tailwinds coming from obviously NVIDIA split, Oracle split. That's driving a tailwind here on stocks like Micron, TSM, and ARM, which has additional catalysts themselves this morning. Let's take a look at this. Micron, actually, you know what? I really got get my phone to work, but let's see. Micron, bunch of analyst upgrades here this morning. Let's see what we got. We got Bank of America raising from 144 to 170. We're at 141 now. Okay, 145 pre-market. So that's a big increase. Bank of America 144 to 170. We also have Susquehanna 143 to 185. So look at the conviction these guys have ahead of earnings next week. Do we have more? Let's see. We got Susquehanna, Bank of America. Those are the 2 big ones this morning. So now you get this chart breaking out to new highs. Analysts really bullish on it. We've been bullish on this for months. Earnings next week. I really like this, man. Micron and ARM. ARM on Friday got into the NASDAQ. So proximal catalyst that just happened. The recent catalyst, an upcoming catalyst with Micron earnings report next week. So these are much more powerful plays that can have much faster moves. I believe Micron and ARM today and this week. But it's hard to play these gap ups. I got to be honest with you. You should have been with us Friday, and then you would have had your position at MU. You would have had your trade position.
AT&T was a mystery symbol that on this show we were talking about, hey, you got to join the Discord community so you know what this mystery symbol is in regards to a sleeper play in the Elon Musk AI build out he's doing with Dell and SMCI and NVIDIA. Well, guess what? We found out AT&T is also involved, and there's no information on that anywhere, right? We have some people on our Discord did a little investigative research and came up with credible data that AT&T is also involved with this deal. And I think other people in the market might know this, because look at these big open green candles. These last two were after that deal with Musk was announced. The one prior, it was up without news. So somebody, I think, may have had inside information on that day, June 18th. But look at this cup forming here. The RSI is not at 70 plus yet. I've been in this for a couple of days. I'm looking forward to a breakout here of 18. Oh, it already broke that cup by a couple cents in it. 1845, 1846. So I'm looking forward to continuation here. And then where can we get to? 1866 would be your next little bit of resistance. And then right here, I think this is where I had my eyes on. It's going to be, so it's not a huge move, 1887. I think 1887 may be in play today. Oh, this is beautiful. Breaks it, man. That breaks 1887, 1880s. Look at this. Let me go back to these candles. Let's go back to 1894. Wow, if we can go break 1894, this is such a beautiful W bottom on this long-term chart.
It's not easy to understand why stocks go up and down, but even in volatile markets, there's always a discoverable and logical reason behind price action. Story trading is a social investing community of investors who share information to uncover the hidden stories behind the trade through the 4 pillars of fundamentals, catalyst, sentiment, and technicals. All price action can be understood through the lens of these pillars, allowing for a holistic view that empowers better decision-making. Only by understanding markets can you beat them. Join our community today and start making sense of markets.
Great news! Our Discord is officially launching this Friday. But if you join today before the official launch, you'll get a free preview and access to huge discounts normally reserved for family and friends. Plus, by joining today and actively participating in our community, you could earn lifetime free access as a valued contributor. Story trading is already the fastest growing Discord and on track to be one of the most influential online communities, so we want to reward you for being part of it. For every 500 people who join, we will extend our free preview an additional week. If 1,000 members join, we'll extend it by 2 weeks. If even more join at that pace, we'll keep extending the free service, so spread the word and you can be a part of making story trading the most influential online community. Remember, the more who join, the more you save.
Good morning. I'm glad to be back here in the office. It's Tuesday, June 25th. This is our last week of our fully free preview for our 9 a.m. pre-market prep. If you want to get this show each and every single morning, hop on over to our Discord. We got a free access for the rest of the week, storytrading.com/Discord. And then on Friday afternoon, we're going to be giving some family and friends discounts to all our early adopters. So make sure to join our Discord today. Let's take a quick look at, let me switch to my phone for 1 second here. All right, let's take a quick look at our picks from yesterday and see how those did, and then we'll dive into today. So yesterday's trade ideas, not one of our best days, but we did have a good thing there. Micron was our number 1 pick again. All right, so Micron did okay. It was a big gap up. It was also our number 1 pick Friday, so you had an opportunity to make big money on the open if you picked it up Friday. and then it gave it all back, and now it's back up again 2%. We really like this for earnings. So anyway, I'm holding this for earnings. So volatility yesterday didn't really bother me. The short BA play, we closed it out 13 minutes into the open. That did not work out. Short BA, also a long shop. I didn't take that trade, but gave you that idea. But that one also didn't work. Now, AT&T was brilliant. Kept on going up a third day in a row. This one, in Webull, I got to put more money in my Webull account. I only have like $100 there. I'm on Fidelity mostly, and they don't have beautiful screenshots. So for a Discord community, it's fun to have these screenshots, but I did manage to pick up AT&T the last 3 days, up 131%. I'm probably going to close that right at the open this morning and try something else that we'll talk about in just 1 second. And then we had VKTX, which did well at the open. If you picked it up at the open, it moved up 3.5% in the morning hours and gave it all back. I still like VKTX, but obviously didn't have the best close yesterday. So let's move into today. First, a quick look at the macro. There was some commentary out from, I think, Bowman, a Fed speaker, Bowman, to wait till 2025. So I think that's why you're seeing TLT and IWM reacting down to that. Listen, I have to say, I think we're in potentially for a sleepy period here. It's also seasonal to have, in the summer doldrums with the market. We're seeing this big correction in NVIDIA. And, I don't know where the NVIDIA correction is going to end. There are a couple levels in our top charts. If you go to our Discord, we have a great contributor with charts. If you go to the top charts, you'll see his levels Vince put in for NVIDIA. So maybe it pulls back, at these levels that were called out. Maybe it'll be a little higher, maybe a little lower. I don't know. I like these levels he drew here. But I think we could be in for some summer doldrums. We've had a big run this year. And then watch out for the election. That's another time period around the election. I'm worried about a sell the news regardless of who wins. So just be careful from like a macro perspective and just your general disposition towards the market. I think it may be time to be more cautious in the market over the next several months. All right. That being said, we're stock pickers here. And man, I remember last year there was a period before the market bottomed in October, like last summer through October when things were crashing. We were on here making crazy picks each and every single day, bucking the market trend with our number one picks. It was something like 70, 80% of the time. Our number one picks had huge open green candles based on our analysis of the catalyst. So we're going to continue trying to do that, but just want to give you that macro backdrop so that in general, I think it's a period to be more cautious. Now, going into our top picks, there's a bunch of news items here, but first, I got to put MU first again. All right. I really think this earnings report is going to be great, and we have the potential to break 157. All right. We're ready for this. In our model portfolio, we have a 3x position. I'm going to hold that 3x position into earnings. It's in my long-term account as well, personally. Trade position. Actually, I need to get a trade position, but I'm kind of blocked from trading right now. I have some sort of 90-day restriction, and it's not letting me use my margin. I don't know. I got to figure that out. All right. So hopefully I can put a trade position into NVIDIA as well. But Micron as well into this earnings report. Anyway, that continues to be our number one pick into the earnings report. Now, there are news items that I want to cover on Pfizer, Novo Nordisk, Disney, and Enovix. All right. By the way, just a T. So this broke before I do that. So this broke that cup I was looking. We broke that cup 1870. There's some 1894 resistance here on AT&T. Honestly, I think it looks like it's going to break it. I really do. I don't know if it's going to happen today. We're down pre-market today. I don't know. It may need a catalyst to break that 1894. The reason we're in this because of that Elon Musk AI deal that few people know about. Their part of that deal. Maybe some news comes out about that, and then it breaks 1894. I'm not sure, but I'm up like 140% or whatever on those call options. So I think I need that money. I think I'm going to sell that and maybe try something else. Okay. So other possible picks for today. We'll go through these and then together we'll kind of rank them. All right. So Micron, Pfizer. So Pfizer came out with news last night. Let me see if it's in the feed. I saw it on Twitter. Let me see if they have it here. I think they do. Here it is. Pfizer CEO reveals new weight loss drug mechanism in works. Okay. So they're talking about some, it's blocked here, but it's some GLP-1 Let me see if I can get it actually. Let's see if we can open Seeking Alpha and just quickly read it together. All right. So it's an early stage studies in, I think it's under news. Here we go. Okay. So Pfizer CEO, okay, one of which will have different mechanisms from currently available GLP-1 agonists. Okay, so he did not reveal the exact mechanism of the third drug, but mentioned the other two are GLP-1. So they have two GLP-1 candidates and one other candidate that's a different mechanism. Now, Pfizer, a lot of people have been talking about Pfizer for a long time that they don't have GLP-1 exposure. And, maybe this is one of the companies that would step up and buy VKTX. Well, lo and behold, here's some commentary, very early stage, it looks like. All right. But this is something that I think can improve sentiment and possibly cause a big move in Pfizer today, relatively speaking. It's a very low volatility stock, kind of like AT&T. So also here, call options very cheap, probably. So, partially for that reason, because the call options are pretty cheap on a stock like Pfizer, is one reason I think I'm going to have it in the top 5 on this catalyst, which can adjust and improve the sentiment regarding their ability to enter that GLP-1 space. They're $160 billion market cap. Novo Nordisk and Lilly are approaching $1 trillion. So Pfizer, I think we're going to put it in the top 5. Look at those moving averages, 20, 200-day moving average. It's gapping above that. Closed above it yesterday. No real movement here and after in pre-market actually, but not a good, when I look at these long-term moving averages, I look at how it historically has interacted with it. And some stocks are so loyal to it, right? It's like touches it all the way on the way down. Like it's just beautiful. And then when it breaks it, it's much more likely to break out big because it had this consistent resistance at that line. Pfizer has been volatile around these lines. So then these moving averages, not a great way to assess what's going to happen purely on those moving averages like it might be on other stocks that are kind of more loyal to it. So you got to take it on a case-by-case basis when you're using those key 20, 50, 200-day or 200-week moving averages. So Pfizer, not a great signal on that part, but that catalyst and the sentiment change and the low options premiums, I think will make Pfizer a good bet for the top 5. Now, remember, not every single pick is going to be right? That's why we give you a few of them to manage the risk, have a couple bets out there. Like yesterday, it was, what was it? I went through it that failed. What was it that failed quickly? It was Boeing, right? So Boeing failed. We recognized that it failed 10, 13 minutes into the session and we took it off. But, who knows? That might happen with Pfizer today, but it's, I think, worth the bet. All right, going to Novo Nordisk, another GLP-1 drug here. They had 2 pieces of news here. It looks like they had, I think it was a China approval. There it is. China approval. That's big. Holy smokes, that's big. I have to move this in. So China approval, plus I think they're investing $4 billion into a factory, into their GLP-1 factory. Here it is. Novo Nordisk plans $4.1 billion North Carolina facility to boost obesity drug supply. This is huge, man. Let's look at this. This is gapping up, obviously. So 2.35% gap up. 145.65. Is that a new high? That's probably a new all-time high. Let's switch to a longer-term chart. Let's try the weeklies here. Get a better sense of where we're at. Wow. All right. Let me try. Okay, let's go to 5-year. Did I do weeklies? Let me try monthlies. All right. We are in record high territory here. No historical candles to reference. All right. No moving averages to reference. What's the short position on this at new all-time highs? Let's see if there's a short position. Here we go. Let's see. Not really. Okay. 1.45 days. 4.4. It's in over 4 million shares. All right. So, wow, that is huge news. China approval. Novo Nordisk's market cap, 630 billion, whereas Lilly is like 900 billion or something. And Novo has that Wegovy, I believe. Is it Wegovy? Ozempic actually is theirs, I think. Ozempic and I guess Wegovy and Ozempic probably theirs. But anyway, Novo Nordisk, that's huge catalyst. This might be worth it, even on the gap up at the open. If I were playing this, one thing I might do is try a little bit gap up at the open, like a 1/3 position or something, and then wait to see if I get a pullback to some support levels here. maybe like 144 would be a level. I doubt you're not going to get to a gap fill on China approval news. All right, I don't think so. And then see if you get a pullback to increase your position. But wow, Novo Nordisk on that GLP-1 news, 2 pieces of really bullish news on Novo Nordisk. That's definitely going to make a top 5. I think it probably goes ahead of Pfizer over here. Disney gets an upgrade from Goldman Sachs, $125 price target, and it just broke above the 20 DMA. I'm liking that. Look at that chart. This is ready for a comeback. Thank you for Goldman Sachs for making it happen. You got some resistance here at 104. So a little bit of resistance at 104. And then after that, you got the 50 DMA at 106. So 104 and 106 potential targets for Disney today or tomorrow, 104 to 106. Disney, courtesy of Goldman Sachs, and a chart that was already turning. So that looks good. Definitely going to be in the top 5. I'm really liking these picks. All right. Last thing I'm going to mention, Enovix. I don't know well. I know it's a battery company that I think is highly shorted, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, very highly shorted. Enovix, ENVX. And they had some news out, which I wonder, I haven't really seen the social media chatter, haven't had a chance to look at this yet. But is this Apple? I don't know. I mean, Enovix signs a deal to supply silicon batteries for mixed reality headsets. All right, let me see here. California-based technology company. We're thrilled to sign this agreement with a clear leader in the mixed reality market. Is this Meta? I don't know. Devices in this market need to be light, fashionable, and safe while also supporting always-on immersive experiences that leverage AI. Our high energy density batteries are uniquely suited to this task. All right. So this is interesting with that huge short position. Maybe speculation that it's Meta up 16% this morning. Let's look at some potential levels. What is that here? Oh no. Okay, 16%. So 1490 obviously going to be a resistance level during regular hours. 1419, 1490. All right, both of those 1419, 1490 are levels to look at. And let's see, what is this candle right here? 1533. And then maybe 1533. This is a beautiful level here, right there. Yeah, about 1550. So a few levels there to the upside. This could get explosive above 1550 if it chooses to go there. After 1550, could move up a couple more bucks. So anyway, this is something I don't know it well. I've never traded it. It's been on my radar though. So ENVX going to be in the top 5, and I think that's enough. So let's rank these. Okay. Let me just scroll down, see if there's anything else. There's all the stuff we're kind of keeping an eye on, but none of these. I'm looking at these. Just thinking back to any recent or upcoming catalysts, looking at the pre-market action, seeing if any of these warrant instead to be in the top 5. And I'm going to see no. I think we have the best top 5 over here. So I think I got to move that Enovix. It seems more exciting. And Disney's pretty good too. These are all good. The Pfizer, I got to move Pfizer down. Okay, even though it has the low premiums. All right, I'm keeping Micron first because it's been first, and this is like a longer term hold. It's a swing. It's not like something I'm scared of. Let me get in and out, like something like that. It's not that. It's something I want to hold. So I'm just going to keep it right at the top, number 1, because of the conviction I have in that. All right. But regarding these other ones, great news in Novo Nordisk, Disney, that was great. These are all beautiful. All right, I don't know about the ordering at this point with Enovix compared to Pfizer, but in any case, these are your top 5. I think they're beautiful picks. Wow. I hope you guys execute on this and kill it. Please join our Discord community. You can collaborate with lots of other great traders and researchers in that community. We have all kinds of chat rooms there for whatever purpose you want to collaborate on. So head on over to storytrading.com/Discord. And we'll do collab on Micron, Novo Nordisk, Disney, Enovix, Pfizer, and whatever else you want to talk about. Again, free access the rest of the week at our Discord, storytrading.com/Discord. And then after that, for everyone who joins our Discord before Friday, only that group will get access to our deepest discounts. And not only that, if you contribute in our community, become an active contributor, and you give good content in there, then we might come out and just offer you contributor status. And what contributor status does, it opens up additional chat rooms so you can collaborate with other contributors. Instead of just watching the conversation, you can be in the contributor category and actually collaborate with other top traders and contributors, and you'll get free membership for as long as you're an active contributor. So this is the time and our big launch to head on over and become a part of our community, storytrading.com/Discord. We'll see you there. Thank you, everybody. Good luck today on Micron, Novo Nordisk, Disney, Enovix, and Pfizer.